explain to me how you are still buying thousands of dollars worth of guitar equipment? You are.
How do you know this?
You are.
No, I'm not.
He went from I'm not to how do you know this? Right off the bat, his reaction was to lie.
So how's it okay that I pay off your loan in September? How is it okay that I pay off your IRS bill? How is it okay that I give you money for legacy that you tell me you're going to give me back? You still haven't paid that back, but you're spending thousands of dollars on equipment.
Brother, the jig is up. What happened?
That's great and dandy. But you, I want you gone. Gone, gone, done. I'm done. Done. 100% done.
I'm always talking about financial abuse on my channel because I think it's so common and so rampant and so prevalent and so destructive, but also not talked about at all that I'm going to talk about it like every single chance I get. And there are a few ways that you can financially abuse a partner. One of the main ways that financial abuse occurs is when typically a man is the breadwinner or is the sole provider for the family, and he like controls the woman via money. He controls the family via money, and everything has to go through him. He gets away. He gets to do anything he wants because what can you say or do about it? Because he pays all the bills, right? So cool, like king of the castle type situation. That's one way. Another very serious, more common way, though, I think a lot of us like don't respect and don't or that goes unchecked is when there are two working people, right? The man and the woman, and they are you could say they're struggling, but the reason why I'd like to kind of like differentiate between that and what's happening is a major reason why they are struggling is because of what the man is doing, right? And what that man is doing is men, we know that men don't typically do much, if any, of the labor in the relationship and the home, which gives men free time for hobbies. This is one of the examples. And men will go all in on their hobbies, whether it be video games or sports betting. It's always something, that costs money that doesn't necessarily need to be done. And they will pour tons of money, tons of attention into it. And it'll come at the cost of the woman and the relationship, right? That is, to me, that's more common. So it's like just two working class people. They're making around the same amount of money. They're going half on the bills, and he's putting them in a bad situation because he's obsessed, with buying a bunch of shit. Whether I don't know, wherever the fuck it is, whatever it is, right? That happens all the time, and I cannot stand how men are always trying to act like women are the ones that are bad with money, but in reality, it is men over and over and over again. And the reason why it's almost always going to be men is because most women will not do things that will harm other people in their household. So if that means that they don't have to, if that means that, yeah, that they don't have to spend money or you know what I mean? Or like they will actually curtail that. They'll be like, look, I can't spend money right now. Yeah, I want to buy some Jimmy Choo's. Yeah, I want to buy some Louis V's, some Louis V shit, some Louboutins, whatever the case may be, right? Maybe women will just stop that shit dead in its tracks because they're like, you know, baby need clothes, baby need food, baby need me here, baby need, that's most women sacrifice for their families in that way. If you want, even and if you want to call that a sacrifice, and so be, I don't necessarily deem that to be a sacrifice, like not buying a bunch of shit. I don't necessarily deem that to be a sacrifice, but let's call it a sacrifice for all intents and purposes right now, right? Men do not make that same sacrifice though. They don't. And we love to act like we do. And we love to act like women are the ones that are causing the most division in the household, especially when it comes to spending money. They're all talking about how much money the women are spending. But we all know that the women are spending the vast majority of that money on the house, on that man, on toilet paper, on deodorant, on toothpaste, on clothes for the kids, on things for the kids, whatever it is, right? Going places with the kid, whatever it may be, it's on that gas so they can drive the kids around. They might need a new car because their old car is broken and they need a reliable car so they can move the kids around town. Like whatever it is, usually it's the woman that is putting everybody needs ahead of hers. And it's almost always not the man, right? But I love this here. This is just an audio, you guys. It is just an audio of a woman breaking up with a man. And we get to hear why she is breaking up with this man. Let's listen.
We've been talking about the money thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, could you please explain to me how you are still buying thousands of dollars worth of guitar equipment?
I'm not.
You are.
How do you know this?
You are.
Tell me how.
He went from I'm not to how do you know this? Right off the bat, his reaction was to lie. Right off the bat. I'm not. To lie, to gaslight, right? Which this is what I'm saying. If you scale out and look at this on a macro level, it's not just about spending the money. That's not what this is, even though that's a huge issue. It's also the manipulation. And that's something that men also don't talk about enough, how quick men are to try to manipulate women, even when we're 1,000% in the wrong, or should I say, especially when we're 1,000% in the wrong.
No, don't play backwards
I have a
games with
guitar.
me. Sure, I know you do.
Okay.
How are we still doing this when we say we can't pay bills, when back in April, after we had our big blowout with the loan thing that you got your sister to help you with, I give you $800 and you tell me you'll pay me back in a week. You did pay back $500. Never a mention of the $300, letting shit go. But then I find out that we're buying $1,600 worth of guitars. We have another guitar that arrives here last Friday. We got another brand new one downstairs. Can you explain to me how that is a fucking thing right now?
I returned the one.
Can you explain to me how that's okay?
It's not okay. Not okay.
I am shaking. I'm so fucking mad.
How do you find all this out?
Why does it fucking matter?
It matters to me.
It doesn't. I don't care if it matters to you right now. I don't give $5. And you're pretty good and sneaky about it, hiding them in the little closet.
Well, I told you I had a guitar.
You've always had a guitar.
Okay, well, that's my one
No, it's not.
joy playing.
That's not the guitar that you had a month ago. We now have some swanky little black and red one, and we now have some 10-string whatever the fuck it is.
They're not thousands of dollars.
They are, because I looked them up. Yes, I am quite aware of how they are because I can track shit and make phone calls. I know how much they are. So don't start to play a game with me. I know how much they are. One to the tune of $1,600. Don't act like I don't know. I promise you,
That was returned.
I
It's sold. It's
promise
sold.
you, I know.
Okay.
I promise you, I fucking know. So how is that okay? So how's it okay that I pay off your loan in September? How is it okay that I pay off your IRS bill? How is it okay that I give you money for legacy that you tell me you're going to give me back? You still haven't paid that back, but you're spending thousands of fucking dollars on equipment.
Speak up. We need to hear you, sir. Do you hear this? This is crazy. He's still trying to lie to her, by the way, this whole time. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's my guitar from before. I knew her with the brother. The jig is up. What happened? I have an addiction. Just say that. You have a spending addiction. Jesus Christ. I mean, ain't like she's gonna forgive you, but damn, be honest for once.
And I want everything that, even though this doesn't matter, everything that I put in the legacy, anything you put in the legacy for me,
I don't give a fuck right now.
but it's for you.
That's great and dandy.
I know it's
But you, I want you gone. 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 Done. I'm done. Done. 100% done.
Shannon, I have nowhere to go.
I don't care. It's not my problem.
Please,
Done.
Please.
No. Absolutely.
Of course he's a hobosexual. Of course he is. Like, I just want to clock how often this happens. I'm so happy she recorded. This is the daughter that posted this, by the way. I'm so happy that there is an actual recording of this. Of like, I'm telling you, this is so common. This is so common. Ask the women, please. in the comment section, please tell your stories. Please. This is a safe space. Tell your stories. Like, I want to read them because I know I'm not crazy. I don't care what. I've never heard like the lies that I've heard until recently. Like, not until, I'm saying like until I got in this space. I'd never heard men lie about how like, oh, women be spending all the money and da, 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 da. Like, I was like, damn, okay, because that wasn't my experience in my household. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't see that with my mama. I didn't see that with my wife. I didn't see that with my ex. I didn't see that with none of the women I was with around. That was never the case. They always were the more financially stable, financially sound people in the relationship. So I didn't know. And then I saw, and then I looked at all the relationships around me. I would say, there's about 2 relationships that I have intimate knowledge of where the man is more financially stable than the woman. 2. And I'm talking about out of dozens. Like dozens of men and women that I actually know. I know the wife. I know the husband. There's like 2 where I would say, yeah, no, the husband actually is the one that's more financially stable. But here's the thing, even about them, both of them have major flaws, specifically as it pertains to finances. Like when it comes to holding down jobs, being employed, or taking unnecessary risks, both of them are in the red, both of them, right? But overall, they save more than the woman. They're good with not spending as much money as the woman in most cases. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, right? But even then, they have major fucking flaws. But this is common. This, I don't care what nobody says. This is common. This is like, I think this is happening or has happened in most relationships. And correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody that wants to, please let me know.
Absolutely not.
I have nowhere to go.
I am done. We have had this conversation. We've been having it for months. The same fucking conversation. And my God, last Friday, fucking stuff's arrived. Friday, the day before I get back. I said, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm done. I'm done. The bitch is cut off. It's done. I'm done. You can buy thousands of dollars worth of equipment, but you can't fucking pay me back or fucking pay a bill. I'm done. I'm not your fucking mother. You're not my 12-year-old son. I'm done. I'm not. And that's what I've been. That is what I fucking have been.
Can I at least work in our house?
No. Fuck no. Fuck no. 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 This all is all your stuff.
Oh my God.
This is all your stuff out of the closet, all your stuff out of the drawers, all your stuff out of the bathroom. Stuff on the top, I just let it. You can sift through it. You can take your clothes, you can go. When you want to come and pick up your other shit, you just let me know and I will meet you at any time. You can have a month to get it out of here. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my God.
It's not oh my God, I didn't fucking do this to us. You did it. And you did it over and over and over and over again. Over and over again, despite 5,000 conversations about it. Despite 5,000 conversations.
But he's ready to change now. But he's ready to change now. Come on. Oh my gosh, you're kicking him out. Oh, he's going to be better. He promises. Again.
Bathroom stuff is in a white bag, so it's easier to find. All your stuff. Dirty clothes are in a white bag. Left that there in case you wanted to change. Go to your sister's, not my problem. Go to a hotel. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. So fucking done. After this morning, so fucking done. So done. So done.
And these be the times, y'all can say whatever. I'm not advocating for violence, but these be the times when I be like, if she would have slapped him, fair. Like when I heard the handcuff, I actually was like, I was like, damn, did she slap him? Y'all can, dude, DV rates go buff. Nah, you deserve that shit. You deserve that shit, man. You deserved it. I'm not even gonna even hold you. I'm not saying she should have done it. That's for you guys to decide. I'm just saying I would have been okay with that in that moment. Because what the fuck are you doing? Dude, the level of disrespect And the thing about money is it's so material. Like it affects your material world so much. Like it's worse than getting slapped. You see what I'm saying? It's worse than getting slapped. Set aside the gaslighting and all of that stuff, right? Even that's fucking terrible on your mental, and we know that. But like, it's worse than like, come on, man. Like the same thing with like cheating. Like if a woman catches a man cheating and she slaps him, she shouldn't have done it. Damn, yeah. But I'm not gonna be the one on some like never put your hands on any man. Like I've grown up enough to realize that shit is utterly disgusting and disrespectful. I used to be in that like, like no woman should never and a man should never. And like, no, a man should never put his hands on a woman. I agree with that. I do. Y'all can call me a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck. Double standards exist because of misogyny. Suck my dick from the back. I don't care. I'm telling you without a doubt, if a woman slaps the dog shit out of a man who cheated on her, I'm going to look the other way. If a woman slaps the dog shit out of a man who doesn't pay a bill but is buying $1,600 guitars, I'm going to turn the other way. I'm going to mind my business. I'm looking, how many, damn, that's crazy. Y'all got new ceilings? That's what's up. Shit. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Because I'm not going to even hold you. If this was if this happened to me and this was a man, like a roommate that did this, I'll beat the fuck out of him. He got to get out either way. I'll throw that fool out like Uncle Phil did Jazz. I swear to God I would.
I am not the fucking nest egg who is taking care of everybody. I'm done. I am not the fucking person who pays for everything and you just think that it's okay to continue down this fucking path.
It's a fucking disease.
It's not a fucking disease.
It is.
Well, you can take your disease and you can take it somewhere else because it ain't going to be in my house.
Hold on, he finally admits to it, but now it's a disease. The woe is me. Man, this shit is hilarious.
I'm done.
Oh man, it felt good. I ain't gonna lie, that felt good to listen to. I'm happy she kicked him out. This was 4 years ago, by the way. The daughter sat on it for 4 years. I know she was itching to play this shit. Oh my God, man. And like I said, y'all could try to sell me on whatever you want to sell me on, but I'm telling you without a doubt, I believe this happens in, like, what I'm saying is maybe it's not to this extent, right? But I believe this conversation pops up in almost every working class relationship at some point in time where the woman has to check a man for like spending money on alcohol, spending money on weed, spending money on clothes, spending money on his car, spending money, probably cheating, spending money on women she just don't know. Where's the money going? Spending money on hobbies like guitars and shit like that, music equipment, shit that's never going to actually, like, he's buying all these guitars. This nigga ain't Lenny Kravitz. nigga, you are not Eric Clapton, bro. What the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? Spending a ton of money on countless pointless shit, I'm saying, that doesn't help anybody, doesn't even help yourself. And then you gaslight her, you lie to her until she can't take it anymore, and then all of a sudden now you're sad. Now you're gonna no, too late. Little too late. Too little too late. I can't. I'm just like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the gaslight. I'm sick of it. It's crazy, y'all. And I've seen this happen. In relationships. I've had conversations similarly to this conversation with my wife before, not from her to me, where my wife was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I know this shit is happening. I knew I wasn't the only man. That's what I be saying. Like, the way that men be trying to gaslight me for me being like, oh, I believe this is happening like in most relationships. And then they try to act like, because I can acknowledge, like, no, I've been a part of that. They try to act like I'm just projecting. No, I'm not projecting. If every woman could record their conversations with their men, I promise you 70% of women have this conversation somewhere in the archives. 70% of women have this conversation in the archives with a man about spending too much money on bullshit. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. When men complain about women spending too much money, the money she be spending be on the house. That's what be the craziest part. When men be talking about, oh, damn, it's a box here every week. I'm trying to tell you that, yes, women have problems spending money. We live in a capitalistic, consumeristic society. Anybody can fall victim to it. I'm telling you, though, the majority of the time, the person that is most likely to do that is a man by far. Most women don't even have hobbies. Most, like, I'm talking about married or women in long-term relationships with children, they don't even have hobbies. They don't even have nothing to spend the money on. They don't go nowhere. So why are they spending the money on themselves? That don't make sense either. They don't go anywhere and they don't have any fucking hobbies. Like, what? Like, stop lying, dude. Stop lying. It be us. It be us.